If you're looking to flood your local business with customers without breaking the bank, great, you're in the right spot, because in this video, I'm going to break down 5 ways that are simple and effective for growing your business and getting more customers using your website. So if you don't have a website, click on the link below to Mighty Sites. It's a cheap and easy way to get a website. If you already have a website, buckle up, because we're going to talk about exactly what you can do to make sure that your website drives as many customers as possible. Let's jump right into this. All right, I'm going to start by showing you a very simple website for a great local business. This is, if you live in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, this is the premier dog walking service that you should check out for your business or for your needs. I'll link to that below. If not, hopefully you can find somebody just as good in your local market. But I'm going to point out a few things that are going on here that are working. First of all, this business is telling the customers right away why you should choose them. They're insured and bonded. Most dog walkers aren't. They're giving location specific information here about how to follow them on social media, email them, or call their business. Now, this website is also simple. Don't try to overcomplicate it. They come right out of the gate and say dog first aid certified, insured, bonded, American Red Cross. There it is, first aid certified. Then they have a call to action right away to book their service. So when you look at your website, I want you to think about this checklist. Do you have easy contact information? Easy location information is the first thing that you tell them why they should choose your business over anybody else's businesses like this business does here. And then do you call them to action and give them an easy way to engage with your business right away like they do here? That's part of the web design. Now, the other thing about this business is that they're using social proof. So then they say, click here to check out our Google reviews. Pretty easy to do, with another call to action to get a customer to engage with them, saying, hey, other people love us, maybe you will too. Then they tell a little bit about themselves, and then they plug in their Instagram to show a little bit of their social, and then it's easy to find what their prices are here, so you don't have to guess at it, and boom, here's another call to action with a lead form to convert into a business. This is a simple, straightforward Mighty site that was built to make this happen. Very easy, very straightforward, simple, works well on mobile. That's important too. Make sure that your website has those key components. Okay, next up for your website, throughout your website, I want you to look at it. Here's the big mistake that happens that hurts local businesses and search engines. They say what they do, but they don't say where they do it. And Google is looking to combine those two things. Do you know why? Because people search for dog walking service, Raleigh, North Carolina. They search for plumbing services, Denver, Colorado. They don't just search plumbing services. And so businesses make the mistake of saying we're a plumbing business, but they don't say we're a plumbing business here. And here is the area or geography that we actually service. You need to make sure to do that. You need to go through your website and be like, am I just saying what I do, or am I saying what I do and where I do it very clearly? Because that helps Google pick you up and rank your website in local searches. And we know that when people are going to buy something, they most often start with a local search in Google. Okay, the next thing you need to make sure happens on your website to get more customers is you have to make it look like you. I see so many local businesses that have templates that they threw up the template and sure, it looks pretty, and guess what? It also looks like I don't know anything about your local business by looking at this. It's using stock photos, it's using ChatGPT created text, and I've learned nothing about your local business. Then I go to another local business and it says why the owner started it, who they are, what kind of service I can expect, and guess what? The key is to use lots of visuals. And guess what? I've got an easy and straightforward tip for you that's going to work with your Mighty site if you're using it. Otherwise, you can try it with your current website. You want to put a lot of visual content on that because, hey, we're visual beings. We like to look at things and see pictures and videos and not just read text on a generic website template, right? That's what's going to turn me into a customer. Good news for you, there's an easy and cheap way to do it. This is Elfsight. I'm going to put the link down below. Try this for yourself. You know what Elfsight does? Elfsight gives you tons of widgets. Most of them are free or very cheap that you can choose from, whether that's a social feed, a Pinterest feed, whether it's a video gallery, a YouTube gallery. They have all sorts of things here. I'm just showing you right here. Let's just look at the Instagram feed. Then you can even customize that. All you do is create it here. It gives you a little link and you plug that into your website. Now, Mighty Sites is built to make this work easily on your website platform. I hope it works just as well. If not, maybe consider switching to Mighty Sites. But then you get to put these feeds, and you can see here, I can choose from all the different ways that I want it to look. I can switch through all these different feed and style types and put them on my website. Now, all of a sudden, you have all these tools to enhance your website and make it it look pretty and customized and like you, guess what that's going to do? It's going to resonate with customers and turn them into buyers. Hey, what do you know? That leads me right into point number 4, which is social media integration. So they have all those tools. They also have all the social media integration tools. Do you think people use social media nowadays? Yeah, they sure do. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, right? There's a whole bunch of them. Whatever ones your business is on, it's because you're building relationships. Social media is a form of social engagement. It's a form of customer service nowadays, and it's also a form of marketing. You should make sure your social media is integrated with your website. That's how it's going to help you get more customers. So you integrate it with a tool like Elfsight, and then the other side of the coin is linked to your website on your social media pages. So if you post an article, if you update content, if you post some new pictures, say new photos, updated in the gallery, check out our website and have that post, but also link it back to your website from social media. Anything that you're doing on your website, post your website to social media. All too often you post updates, but you don't send people where. Where should they go to find out more? So if you just talked about an event on social media, where can they reference later on to make sure that they can do that for their business? That's where you want to post links back to your website from social media. That's going to help you to drive the traffic to the place where people are going to actually convert. Okay, last thing I'll show you here, and it is by far the most effective. So you can see this form that's on this Mighty Sites website, right? So when it fills it out, we collect the email address for you. Now, when you have these email addresses and you have their approval to market to them, you can put their email addresses into either MailChimp or Constant Contact, I'll link below, and build a simple newsletter that you send out once a month. And you can link back to your website. What that does for you is these people who are already partially thinking about your business, or maybe were a lead at one point, this keeps you top of mind. Direct them back to your website where you have all that great content and information, and send a regular newsletter. People check email every single day. Most people check their email multiple times a day. Email is a great way to stay engaged with the most high interest people in your business and give them a message that gives them a reason to keep thinking about you and hopefully turn into somebody who buys from you in the future. Now, the other thing, just like I showed you that form on the website, make sure that you have things on your website that actually capture emails. You could also use a pop-up to capture email. A lot of the tools like MailChimp and Constant Contact actually have little code snippets that you can use and post to your site as well that will give you a pop-up that will go right into your email list. So that was 5 ways that you can enhance your website and make sure to use it to drive as many new customers as possible, from social media to email to local search engines to the way that your website is built and the type of content that is added to it. You do all the things from this video, you're giving yourself a leg up on the competition and an opportunity to get more customers. If you haven't already, try Mighty Sites. It's only $9 a month. We'll catch you in the next video.